Okay, so I decided I want to make a little, just kind of more scripted type of video. I've never really done anything like this, because I usually just stream. I just do, everything off the dome like that. But I've been kind of thinking about this shit lately, and I've seen like, I've been watching, people like Nakey Jakey for like 3-4 years, and this new dude named Gerbert Johnson on YouTube. He's pretty cool. He makes kind of that type of, I guess, style of videos, like the Nakey Jakey, Anthony Fantano commentary type of style, where you got, the visual stimuli in the background with the green screen or whatnot. You know what y'all get? Y'all get exercise equipment. But like I've been saying, like I wanted to do, some type of scripted content. I've been thinking about doing it for a minute now, maybe a few months. But just talking about random things that I've experienced or I've seen happen, to people on the internet, people I know, people, whatever the fuck it is. Today I want to talk about how the internet is pretty predatory towards lonely, attention-starved men. Now I say this from 100% a male point of view. I have no idea what it's like to be a woman on the internet, obviously, because I'm a dude. That's a whole different fucking type of thing. From what I've seen personally, like obviously, women on the internet got to deal with all sorts of weirdos, creepy dudes just trying to spit a little game or something and just look like a damn fool, like a weirdo the whole time. Like any type of female content creator you see on Twitch, on YouTube, anything like that, there's gonna be fucking weirdos. And obviously the same can be said for males, but from what I've seen, I don't see it as much. But it's still definitely there. You get like some weird people just being weird, like saying kind of creepy things about how somebody looks, shit like that. Lonely dudes are mostly what makes up the internet, in theory, I think. Now that's obviously changing because there's a lot of more people on the internet nowadays. It's normal for everybody to be on there. I would argue that with websites like YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and especially fucking Reddit, which is notorious for this exact issue, you just see people that have just been totally and entirely consumed by the internet. Like, that's their life. That's, only thing that matters is getting internet good boy points on Reddit or Twitter or whatever the fuck, type of reward system, like system they have anywhere. Because, internet is everything now, it seems like, that's the most important thing to a lot of people. They forget that they're living in fucking real life almost. I know that sounds like a fucking old head ass take, like a parent's, on the internet too much. But it's funny because like the older I get, the more that I realize, some of the stuff that they said was absolutely fucking wrong and stupid. But a lot of it made a lot of sense for what, like my parents told me about the internet. Oh, there's gonna be, sexual predators and shit like that. They are absolutely fucking right, bro. That shit is terrible. I never realized it would be this fucking bad, bro. Every damn community has so many fucking sexual predators. It's actually fucking ridiculous. And then you got, the people that they're always talking about. Oh, be sure to take breaks on the internet. Don't get addicted. When I was like 12, 13, when they were telling me this, I'm like, silence with this nonsense. Relax. I'm different. I'm the main character in this story. I got it. Don't worry about anything. I got it. But the more I grew up, and I just would really see the effects of the internet and on me and my friends as well, I realized more and more that it's a very dangerous activity to be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more I got older, the more I realized that it really is an addictive thing, being on the internet. That's why, recently I've tried to, I'll take 2-week breaks from Twitter and shit and just not do anything. I've been on a pretty irregular streaming streak lately because I used to stream every damn day during quarantine, and that was fun. I loved it. But I just don't have that time anymore, and I just got real life stuff to be doing. Getting back to the point though, I would say a definitely significant chunk of the males on the internet are touch starved, lonely as fuck, just people that feel like they can't really get a start, and the dating scene or whatever the fuck it is. They're just lonely. They get trapped in the cycle, of just, self-doubt, self-hatred, no fucking confidence. They don't go out in the real world enough to see there is truly more to it than, just, you know, playing games on the internet in Discord with your friends. And the issue is with the internet and with, you know, all these big, you know, social media companies, you know, these companies and these sites will always be sure to show everybody, you know, people in happy relationships, you know, and just kind of push the narrative of, oh yeah, you know, it's, you know, that's the end all be all, you know, that's what everybody needs to have. Everybody needs to be in a relationship. It'll fix all your issues. No. With the internet though, a lot of these touch-starved, just lonely as fuck individuals will just constantly be fed images and videos of people in happy relationships. And that's all they will be reminded of. Just, you know, you do not have a relationship. You don't have a significant other. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You are worth nothing. You serve zero purpose. Not for real though, like, it's just what you see, you know, all the time. You know, no matter what app you go to, you know, wherever you're at, you'll be fed this narrative that everybody should be in a relationship. Everybody should have some type of significant other that they can talk to, you know, be with, hang around, hold, get that physical touch that so many of these men on the internet lack. It's terrible, man. It's terrible to see. Like, this shit is such an epidemic on the internet because, like, there's so many fucking people on the internet, obviously, right? Like, there's gonna be millions of fucking people going on the internet to do whatever the fuck every day, on Twitter, on Twitch, on TikTok, on YouTube, on all the big fucking websites. There's always gonna be fucking people browsing the internet for whatever the fuck they need, you know, seeing these, you know, videos of people, you know, being in the relationships, and that just fucks their whole day up, man. Because that's the last thing they want to fucking see. These individuals that I'm speaking of, from experience, from my personal experience, go on the internet to just escape, you know, whatever the fuck bullshit they're dealing with in real life, you know. Might as well hop on Discord with the homies, you know, run a few video games. Don't get me wrong, right? That is perfectly okay. Like, you know, there's no issue with that. The amount of these type of people on the internet, these just extremely lonely dudes that just feel like they have no way that they can win, is scary, man. It really is. Like, what the fuck are all these people gonna do? They feel like they have no options but to just continue the cycle and just, you know, not really do anything and just kind of just sit there and just, you know, well, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I'm not gonna have any type of significant other ever. Why not? Now, I say this from personal experience and from the experiences that I've seen firsthand of, like, my friends going through this, people on the internet in general, you know, shit like that. So this isn't no bullshit, you know, just me talking on my ass about, you know, oh, this is what this looks like. No, man, I've been there, man. Let me get into my personal little story about this, why I thought of this whole video in the first place. So about 2 years ago, right before quarantine started, about February of 2020, I had been in a relationship with my girlfriend, with my ex at this point, for about 5 months about. And some things, you know, were happening. She just sent me that text eventually, like, hey, this isn't working, you know, I was like, damn. That had me fucked up, man. That was terrible. I was still going through a lot of fucking depression during that time. It was fucking horrible, bro. That day was fucking terrible, man. I still remember that moment I got that text in my car. That kind of started me falling into the most dark, disgusting pit of just depression and sadness and loneliness that I had ever fucking seen and dealt with in my entire life. Because after that, you know, about a month later, oh, coronavirus. What's coronavirus? What's COVID-19? What's that about? So, you know, all the schools start shutting down. You know, everybody knows the story, man. First week, spring break. All right, you know, this kind of looking. I don't know what's gonna go on with this thing. Hopefully, it's just like the flu or something. We get another week off of school. Okay, sure, fine. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, another week off of school. Okay, that's fine with me. 3 weeks. 6 weeks. No more school for the rest of the year. By that point, I was like, oh, this ain't good. This isn't good. By the time that kind of, you know, 4 weeks delayed school rolled around, I kind of was like, oh no, what the fuck is happening? Because this shit was just about the worst damn timing that you could ever fucking think of for me. Because I had just got my fucking heart broke, man. That shit was fucking terrible. Now, I was one of those kids. I was exactly one of those kids that was touch starved, extremely fucking lonely. I would think about having and wanting a girlfriend every fucking day of my life. I would think this shit was pointless living without a significant other. Up until the point when I got one. And I was so happy. I felt complete, man. I felt like I had true happiness. But what I learned from this experience was you never really know the true definition of rock bottom if you have not experienced like some true happiness. You can think you're at rock bottom, right? But then you get a little bit of happiness, everything seems to be going better, and then that shit just gets taken from you. And you fall deeper into that pit, and it just does not fucking work. That is rock bottom. You have hit rock bottom, my friend. Obviously, this is going to be different for every person. It's going to be a personal experience, for, whatever your rock bottom is. But that was it for me. So this shit happened, a month before I went into lockdown, right? Everybody was locked up. I couldn't see any of my friends about what had happened. I couldn't talk to them in person. It was just me and my family locked in our house. I was working on online assignments every day, sleeping until 11, 12 every day, eating like shit, not working out, just sinking into my fucking pit of loneliness and depression, man. But I eventually made it out. That's the only reason I'm here today, man. I made it out of that shit. I wanted to kill myself every fucking day, man. That was the worst fucking time of my life, bro. That shit was fucking horrible. Up until that point, I still wanted to kill myself pretty much every day. Because I was just mentally terrible, man. I was dealing with so much shit, I was fucking going through it, man. It was terrible. And I used the internet, to try to help cope, try to escape. So we're seeing a similar situation on a extremely and scarily wide scale on the internet. So many of these dudes will try to just expect shit to happen just because that's what they see everywhere. Now, I would like to talk about a very important factor that contributes to this shit. Porn. Porn is pretty fucking terrible. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Porn is so incredibly addicting. Since about, 12, 13 years old, every dude, has that phase where they're just fucking beating all day long. That's it. You discover this new fucking technique of self-pleasure. Just like, my life has changed. But that point's gotta stop at some point, doesn't it? Like, you can't be beating your dick like 2 to 3 times every day. That shit gets draining after a while. You literally are draining yourself of nutrients if you do that shit way too much, man. And that's the issue, man. A lot of these dudes will try to just, beat off the porn instead of, trying to go capture a significant... Damn, not capture? What the fuck? Instead of trying and, just secure a significant other, in real life. They'll just go to the internet and see some fake scenario and think that that is what's going to happen to them. And of course it fucking doesn't. So, if they somehow, get lucky and are able to get into that type of situation, they're about to fuck somebody, they may expect, some type of porn scenario to happen, even though it's fucking fiction, man. That shit isn't real. And that's something that nobody is gonna be able to fucking realize until they experience the real life fucking... to experience the real situation in real fucking life. What porn will do is it will fuck up your brain, like it'll fuck up the pleasure receptors in your brain and just give you a false expectation of what a sexual encounter actually is. So I have all these lonely dudes on the internet, expecting, all sorts of, different wacky hijinks that they see in porn. And when that doesn't fucking happen, it's obviously gonna be, you're gonna get disappointed if they're even able to secure that type of situation for them, which most of these dudes that I'm discussing don't. They get locked in the fucking cycle, and that's about it. They just repeat everything over and over again. Now, me personally, right? Like I said, I was there. I was one of those dudes. But I was able to rise above it. I was able to, beat that shit and just be so much fucking better than I was. I was able to repair my mental, totally rework everything, build a better mindset. I was able to start going to the gym, just eating better, living a more healthy lifestyle, and I have never been happier. I've also had to obviously decrease the amount of times I'll be jacking off, because that shit, I can't do that shit anymore, man. I'm older now, man. I'm not 12 to 13 anymore. I don't have that type of endurance. That shit is actually draining now, bro. If I beat my shit once a day, man, no. It's important to limit that shit, man. You can't be doing that shit too often. It's got to be an occasional thing. But the point is, man, I was able to beat that shit. So you, the viewer, if you're dealing with any of this shit, you can too, man. This is a picture of me around junior year, about quarantine time. This is me pretty recently. I don't know when this picture is gonna be taken, but it should be within the last month or so from the time of this recording. I've obviously gotten a lot fucking better. I've gotten a lot more built. I've been eating better. I've been going to the gym every single day, every morning, 10 a.m. And that's just been my schedule now. I've got my schedule, got everything sorted. I'm good. I don't have to worry about any of that shit anymore. I don't deal with the crippling loneliness of not having a significant other nearly as much anymore, and not to the scale that it once was. I was able to beat that shit because I was able to rework my mental and put me first. Because a lot of these dudes on the internet, they'll have the wrong priorities, right? They expect so much of this shit that they see on TikTok and Twitter to just be real life and all these but the internet is very fucking predatory in this sense. They want to make money off of you being lonely and you just being sad that you don't have a girlfriend or any bitches. Because they know that's what you want, man. They know what you want. And they know you because there's so many of you. I'm talking directly to, quote unquote, these, type of internet people, because they know what these people want, man. They know how they think just because there's so fucking many of them now. A scary fucking amount. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna end. You wanna know the way you beat it though? It's gotta come from you, man. You gotta stop all that shit, cut out all the bullshit in your life. Start living a healthier lifestyle. Think about how your mental works, man. Are you effectively going through life and worrying about the right things? If you're worried and stressing over having a significant other every single day, that shit will come eventually if you just focus on you first. Get yourself straight. Don't worry about any of this other shit, man. Looking at you. Get that shit. Don't worry about any of that shit, man. Get yourself right, and then everything else will come. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit now. I just care about making me better. And once you're able to just focus on you and making you and the people around you, their lives better along with yours, you will have so much more happiness. I swear to God, it doesn't mean shit compared to whenever you have that happiness that you have improved yourself, that you did that shit 100% and you've helped the people around you. I'll end with this, man. You just gotta be careful. Be careful of what you're getting fed on the internet and how it's affecting your mental and your expectations of the real life. Take a break from the internet, man. Go take a day, go walk outside. If you have any type of, nature, forest or anything around you, go walk. Fuck your phone. Pause. Don't even take your phone if you don't need to, man. And if you do have to, just, in case somebody calls you or something like that, just put it in your pocket and don't check it. Go be out in nature. Fuck this internet shit. It's too much. You can't be on the internet 24/7, man. It'll feed you the wrong fucking information. It will try to prey on you and other people like you in order to make more money off of your loneliness and sadness. Yo, I'm adding this a few days later in post, but I just wanted to make the transitions from the kind of final statement to the outro be a little bit more smoother. So basically, the whole point of the video was that you yourself, if you are dealing with any of these things that I'm talking about, you can provide that change in your life that can just set you on the better path to just more happiness, I guess is a good way to put it. But and I was showing everything, giving my whole story and whatnot, just to show that fact that it is possible just because I was able to do it. I wasn't trying to brag or nothing like that, but I just wanted to show a real life example that everybody has that power to just, if they're dealing with these types of things that I'm talking about, that they have the ability to change that just by changing their headspace, changing the way they think about things and shit like that. But that's gonna be about it. I appreciate all y'all for watching. And that's gonna be about it for this video, I think. I stream right here. This is my Twitch. I do TikTok shit down here. And my Twitter's right over here. I appreciate all y'all for watching this video. This is my first little type of scripted thing I was saying in the beginning. Let me know if y'all want to see more of this shit. I definitely want to be able to talk about shit like this, more serious type of shit. Just give, my thoughts and, advice and encouragement on, shit that I've dealt with and I've seen my friends deal with. that's gonna be about it, man. Stay safe. I'll see y'all later.